Today is the final day that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle can actually say this about what here in the United Kingdom. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. I hope you're well today, whatever you're doing. Yes, I know, the stories just keep coming thick and fast, don't they? But thank you as ever for all your support in the recent stories. Glad you like the one about the BBC. I do find that incredible. Those millionaire presenters that don't know how lucky they are, first of all, to be in a job, but then also to slight the company that they're actually attached to. You just would shut up, wouldn't you? I know when I first started out in work, if you didn't like something, you didn't really tell the bosses or say it publicly, did you? You just kept quiet in the vain hope that nobody would read your mind, and more importantly, you'd keep a job. Now it seems to be the other way around. The bosses basically have to sweet talk these people into staying them while they all attack them publicly. Strange situation. Back as ever, though, to your breaking royal story of the day. It's hard to believe, isn't it, that this really happened at the very start of the year, according to royal sources. The King Charles III, issued a, well, shall we say, remove yourself to the former royals known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, for their removal from Frogmore Cottage on the Windsor estate. Told you before, I think this makes perfect sense when you think about it, because here is a couple that clearly do not want to spend any time here in Great Britain. In fact, when Harry sat down with the NBC host Otter, he basically said, well, his home was now in California. This, according to a very good source, got back to, of course, the King, or Prince Charles, as he was then, and they thought, well, why do they have this big base out in Windsor? Now, a lot of people are saying, well, why would King Charles need the removal of them? Why couldn't they simply carry on living in the cottage? Well, as he's pointed out, they're looking at ways of trimming the fat, as they say. We've seen the removal of Angela Kelly, very kindly, into a home where she'd now like to live, not on the Windsor estate, reducing costs. That's the basic idea. Now, of course, the home where she's moved into remains under, shall we say, the ownership of the King. And sadly, when she passes away, it reverts back. But it's a kind gesture that he's done. And likewise, he's done the very same thing for Meghan and Harry. They're allowed to stay at Buckingham Palace with notice as and when required when they're coming back to the United Kingdom. Now, according to a very good source, Meghan couldn't face coming back here to the United Kingdom because Frogmore holds too many sad memories. Now, I find this hard to believe myself because, with the renovations, the moving back from Kensington Palace and then dashing off to Canada, how long exactly was she at Frogmore Cottage? But of course, it's a good spin by their PR team, is it not? And according to that good source, that's why Harry has had to return alone to pack up the removal stuff and decide what to keep, what not to keep, all of that sort of stuff. Mainly done, I've been told, by Zoom. That's the world we live in now, isn't it? You can film everything. But on a serious note, yes, it must be very difficult for Prince Harry, his choice, his decision. But more importantly as well, it does seem a bit of a lame excuse from Meghan, alleged Duchess of Sussex. That's one of the reasons why she didn't want to come back and stay there. Apparently, she found the whole memory too sad. Either way now, that's not going to be a problem because they're going to be evicted, literally, and the next time, if and when they ever decide to return back as a couple here to the United Kingdom, with permission, it will be at Buckingham Palace. As ever, it's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.